You dead, son?" I peeled one eye open, which was quite a feat, seeing how it was caked with dried river mud, and looked up at a clear blue sky. I opened my mouth to answer, but coughed up a lungful of dirty water instead.
"Now I reckon you ain't dead then,"
the owner of the voice said as a pair of hands grabbed me under the armpits and levered me into a sitting position. Staring down at my mud-caked belly and genitals, I realized I was wearing my human body. Before I could gather my wits, a bottle was pressed to my lips.
"Here, boy, take a swig of this. It's good for what ails you."
I took a swallow. The liquid tasted like a cross between turpentine and gin, and burned my throat something fierce. Coughing violently, I pushed the bottle away and vomited a mixture of river water and stomach acid.
"See? What'd I tell you?"
My benefactor chuckled in amusement, wiping the grime and mud from my eyes. I saw a short white man with muscular, slightly bowed legs and long, wavy brown hair that hung past his shoulders. He was dressed in a badly stained and frayed white linen suit, with a stovepipe hat perched atop his head. He peered down at me through thick spectacles that made his eyes look grotesquely large. Even with my limited experience dealing with white society, I realized this man was not normal.
Who are you?"
I managed to stammer. The man in the once white suit smiled and extended his hand. I took his hand and allowed him to pump my aching arm vigorously.
"My name's Pretorius, Professor Pretorius. And who might you be, young sir?"
"Billy Skillet." I slowly got to my feet, looking around at my surroundings. I found myself standing on a bank of what was now a small river. Nearby was a tangle of driftwood, a dead cow swollen from drowning, and other flotsam and jetsam left behind when the flood waters receded.
"Now I was scouting to see where the best place to ford the river might be,"
Pretorius explained, jerking a thumb at the covered wagon situated near the river bank, a few dozen yards away.
"That's when I found you. Weren't sure you was alive or not, seeing how you was completely coated in mud."
Well, where am I?"
"Reckon we're still in Texas. Yesterday I went through Vermilion, so at least 15 miles west of there."
Massaging my bruised skull, I sat down on an uprooted tree. "You said you were in Vermilion?"
"What there is of it, rather. Twister didn't leave nothing but a greasy piece. No one left alive but a couple of Mexicans. Had to leave. Don't pay to play to a crowd that small and that poor."
"Play at what?" I frowned. Pretorius smiled again and tugged on his lapels.
"Why, my good man, I sell my very own patented hard luck miracle elixir. Guaranteed to cure pneumonia, cholera, rheumatism, paralysis, hip disease, measles, female complaints, necrosis, chronic abscesses, mercurial eruptions, epilepsy, scarlet fever, cancer, consumption, asthma, scrofula, diphtheria, malaria, and constipation. Good for both external and internal use."
"Is that the same as mugwump specific?" I asked warily.
"Heavens, no! My patented hard luck miracle elixir is 1,000 times more efficacious."
I grunted and got to my feet, doing my best not to wobble. I felt like a shirt that'd been beaten clean on a rock. Every muscle and joint ached, and my guts were full of filthy water. Pretorius grabbed my elbow and helped keep me steady. He was so short, I found myself peering over the top of his stovepipe hat.